Press K, let it play, boy.
This is Footwork. New episode's Monday.
All right. Welcome back to Footwork. I'm Sean.
And I'm Dylan. And each week we're highlighting something about something. And it has something to do with soccer. So hopefully you've made it this far. We're on episode 25 or 24.
Post guest month.
Is that,
yeah.
Are those my lines? Fuck.
I mean, it would go something like each week we're bringing stories and tips around the globe as we dive into our journey abroad, outlining what it takes to follow our dream and hopefully yours, even if it's not soccer. And Ricky is that animal in the background.
Yeah, the dog bark is
yeah, that's not part of the intro. He just totally disapproves of us forgetting our lines.
Yeah,
And
totally.
now he's gone over to the window.
I get it though, Ricky. I'm disappointed in myself.
Yeah, to be fair, I get it. He wants me to throw his toy, but anyway, dude, the Gates.
Chilling, man. So Sean and I broke up. He had to move out.
Yeah, it was a hard breakup.
It was a hard breakup. So where are you now, Sean?
I'm in Haida, which is 100 kilometers from Hamburg, which is about 60 miles for you Americans, and northwest. So it's on like the northwest coast of Germany, near the coast. Yeah, and this is where my team is, and I thought it would be best for my career. And yeah, that to move here, it's the time that I was spending traveling. Didn't make sense. And yeah, that's where I'm at now. So here we are on a video, which our podcast is now available on YouTube. You can watch us as we talk nonsense and pretend we know what we're talking about.
You want to see? Did you want to see Teacher Sean's background of the world? Then tune into YouTube right now.
And if you want to see Dylan's beat-ass background.
Dude, it's a work in progress, man.
It's a work in progress. I mean, the Tapsoba jersey is nice.
Plants out here. I got the Tapsoba. How can you say anything when I got a Tapsoba jersey in the background?
Yeah, no, that beats me. I mean, this map. Yeah.
It's colorful, though. It's nice.
It's followed me. In my many apartments, this has been here since day one.
I just feel like you're teaching me something, and this isn't like a podcast.
Yeah, I'm gonna teach you about life.
Yeah.
All right. But what's up with you? What's new?
Chilling, man. So yeah, I'm still in the same apartment. It's a little more spacious now, recording for one. Yeah, but life's been good. Just to kind of recap where we've been, we just capped off guest month, Coach Byrne, and then even Wagsy came on for a little, hangover of the guest month, I guess you would say.
Yeah.
Wagsy is signed on to run our Twitter because I cannot for the life of me stay on Twitter for more than 5 seconds. It just bugs me.
Yeah, I think that was a great signing from us.
Great signing.
I think you bring a lot to the business.
Yeah, we said we'd pay him 30 euros for 6 months.
By Snapcash.
Plus Snapcash. Yeah, on Snapcash.
On Snapcash.
We have to. He signed the contract today. We have to see how he does. But either way, say again.
He's got a 3-month trial. Like his contract could be forgoed within 3 months.
Yeah,
purely depends on performance.
He should go back and listen to the trial episode because he's gonna need all the help he can for this.
Yeah.
But we had a sticker contest, which seems like forever ago, and we had some good reviews. So we will be sending that out. But we have a ton of stickers. Got one right here.
He's got them on hand.
We got our Footwork stickers with that crazy logo. So. Yeah, what's our email, Sean?
footworkpodcast@gmail.com.
Great job. So yeah, email us, DM us. If you hear this now, then you've been tuning in and you're up to date. Even if you're skipping around, you get the you get the pass from us, and you give us your address. We promise we won't use it to our advantage, and we will only send you a Footwork sticker. So be on the lookout for that.
Yes, sir.
And then, Sean, give us a Corona update.
Corona update. The league has been going ever since the beginning. The first game of the season hasn't stopped yet. Currently in my region, which is north of Hamburg, basically the entire region north of Hamburg, you are allowed 25% capacity in the stadiums. So for us, we are allowed to have 1,250 fans,
Mm.
assuming that 5,000 is apparently our capacity, which there's not seats for 5,000, but there's standing room. I guess that's how they figure that out.
That's how they roll.
Yeah, and there's been, I think the last home game we had, there was like 900 people there. So,
Wow, it's a good amount.
Yeah, it's a good amount considering the whole Corona thing. So yeah, I mean, it's working out. It's great for the club, obviously, to bring in money for them.
Does everyone
Not
in the
sure
stands
about.
have to do like that thing, you know, when you were like in a line in elementary school and you have to hold your hand out so like you're not touching the other person? Is everyone doing that in
No,
the stands or like what?
there's green dots on where you can sit.
I love it. And
So
there's like arrows of where you have to walk and everything.
yeah, exactly. You got to fill out a sheet. I mean, it's a whole thing.
Yeah.
But I mean, it feels more, things are just getting back to normal. People are just, it's normal. Either you can go in the stadium with a mask on, without a mask. Once you have to wear a mask, but once you get to your spot, you can take it off.
But what hasn't
Um,
changed is that Americans are still barred from entering all of Europe. I have no idea, but Germany for sure.
yeah, yeah, that is
So
true.
there's that.
Um,
That's dope.
yeah, that's dope. Unfortunately for us, no visitors coming
No.
anytime soon. Seems like that at least. Yeah, so that's it. I'm not sure about Hamburg. I don't know about, Dylan plays in Hamburg. I don't know what the rules are with the amount of fans, but
I don't
I
really
went
know
to.
either. I don't really pay attention a lot of the times, if we're being honest, about anything. Um, I just try and play, have fun. As far as fans, I know like at our games, at our home games, we've had fans. I just don't know the amount, but they're spread out. Like we have stands on both sides of the field, so
Right.
they're scattered. If you put them on one
Yeah.
side, it would probably be a decent crowd.
Yeah.
You
I'm
hear
sure
them and
it's similar
everything.
to our numbers
Yeah.
because your stadium is also you have a lot of place for people to stand or
Some
sit.
little Norderstate kids though started to learn my name, and I hear it sometimes like,
Yeah, Dylan.
"Yeah, come
Give me it.
Williams,
Come, Williams.
Williams, come." I'm like, "Yeah." But let's
Yeah,
go.
man.
We have some funny stories because,
We have some stories. I mean, there's so much that's happened in guest month.
but post
And
breakup,
when we have guests, it's just, it's not really relevant to bring up these stories. But I think, we've mentioned we're big bike fans. We bike everywhere, especially in Hamburg. And yeah, so one day I go to Dylan's game. So it's a night game. I ride my bike to the train station, and then I get picked up from there and leave my bike there. We got a ride home at night. So I say, I'll get my bike in the morning. So Dylan and I wake up. We're gonna, let's go get a coffee, but let's go pick my bike up first at the train station.
yeah,
So we walk there. We're just chatting, and unlock my bike, and still
normal,
just chatting.
normal.
Nothing normal, And then put my lock on my bike, and then I go to take my bike. I pull it out. So I got my left hand on the handlebars. The right hand, naturally goes in the seat, and my right hand just doesn't mean anything. It just hits the metal thing on the bottom.
That's odd.
And at this moment, I realize somebody stole my seat and the pole. Which, see, the seat would have been okay because then you just order that quickly. Quick fix. It sucks, but it is what it is. This is my first stolen bike article in Germany. So yeah, but then it turned into a whole fiasco because then I kept getting the wrong size pole. And it turns out they don't even make the size anymore. It doesn't exist. So I had to jimmy rig this bike seat. So now this seat's literally stuck in. Like, if someone tried to take this, they would just quit because you can't get it out.
No,
So
I mean, I think you've successfully been, I don't know if it's paranoia, but you've just not let yourself open to that opportunity of anyone ever taking one again.
yeah, and I mean, it was just by coincidence too how I just figured
Was
out
that
how
a
to
knock at the door?
No, that was my chair creaking.
Okay, fair enough. I thought we were gonna have a special guest, and I was trying to get someone to come on and speak German.
Yeah. That would be great. Get a delivery guy. No, my Amazon packages came already. But to
How
get back off this topic,
how great
go
was
on.
it to do the low rider though?
Yeah. So yeah, you can check this out on Instagram. We will post these videos. So I, just appreciated the fact I had enough seat, and I did a little air squat while riding. But Dylan took a different twist to it, and he he sat on the back wheel. Like there's a little rack, and Dylan sat on the back wheel, and the high handlebars going on. There's another way you can do it without
The
a
chopper,
seat.
man. I'm just like riding a
The
Harley.
chopper. Yeah, so we made the best of it. It was a headache, but
And
yeah.
Germans, just in general, if you're doing anything that's abnormal, it's like those stares come at you.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
like, have you ever
it's a hard
seen?
stare.
Have you ever seen? You definitely have. You've seen Inception, right?
Mm-hmm.
There's like a scene where she's like, the girl is like figuring out the whole dream sequences, and it's like if the people in the dream like realize that you're doing something abnormal, they like look at
They
you
just start
like
staring at
crazy.
you.
Dude,
Yeah.
that's a lot of the time. That's kind of how I feel here. Like everyone from an outdoor cafe just is like,
especially when you pull up to the supermarket or a cafe and I don't have a bike seat. Because so people keep in mind, this took about a week for me to get the seat, but I still need to get places. So I just rode the bike without the seat.
yeah,
And, sometimes took Dylan's bike, but other than that, you just gotta,
yeah.
you just gotta go with it. But yeah, that was it.
But then
what else?
But then after that, so how long have you been out of here? You've been out for a week now?
1 week. Yep.
So 1 week. So Sean moved, like we said, and you've moved a ton of times since you've been in Germany, right? So how many times would you say?
This is my 6th move, 7th apartment.
6th move, and you've been in Germany for how long?
For 2.5 years.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
So you've really, I mean, this is probably one of the longest you've been in a place.
What do you mean in terms of an apartment?
In Germany, yeah, you were here for 8 months, 7 months, something like that.
No, I was in the one in Winterhude when you first came to Germany. I was in that
for longer. Yeah,
I was in that for like 17 months. That's where you stayed.
That's another funny story.
Describe the room that you stayed in.
I was gonna say that's another funny story that I think we touched on in the early episodes about just like commitment and stuff. But yeah, I mean, when I first came here, I was crashing basically on Sean's couch. It formed into a pullout, but it was almost 2 tiers of a bed. 2 different tiers. It broke a couple times. The room was how many square meters? I don't know. It doesn't matter.
I think it was 10 square meters, which is.
It was tight, but it was everything that I.
You can think of a really nice walk-in closet, like a very big walk-in closet.
Yeah, it was a walk-in closet.
A really big walk-in closet would be the best way to describe it.
There was a nail in the bed that was kind of stuck up, so you couldn't sleep in certain spots.
But it was hidden. Like you had to know where it was.
Yeah, you had to know where it was, and it was a learning experience for me.
Yeah. So let's rewind the clock. I got this sofa couch thing from the first guy that I stayed with. I at one point was helping him out by letting players that he was bringing stay in the room when they came.
Circles.
And he said, I have this couch thing in my basement. If you want to put it in that room, you can. I said, sure. Because at that point, myself and my roommate, it was like a storage room. So you literally couldn't do anything. You couldn't put a TV because it's like your eyes were hitting the screen. You're so close. So you couldn't put a TV in. You couldn't fit anything in there. So I said, yeah, sure, put it in there. And then, it wound up being Dylan's home for 6 months.
Was it 6 months? Holy shit.
Yeah, you came in June or July.
July. We moved in here in February. We were home for like a month or so, but yeah. Wow, that's crazy. But I mean, looking back on it, I mean, sometimes it was annoying, but it was like, it helped me get in here, and it's what was necessary for me to kind of make my way in Germany. Because 1, it's hard to get an apartment.
It's very difficult.
In Hamburg as it is. 2, it's harder to get one as a foreigner. Mm-hmm. And 3, you just need a place to stay and play the game. So looking back on it, it's funny, but it's like, these are some of the.
You didn't really have another option.
No, but it's just like some of the commitments that you've got to go through. These are like the obstacles,
it's almost,
but they're not even obstacles.
But just accept it. This is just what it is.
It's just what it
This
was.
is what's going to happen.
Yeah,
You,
exactly.
I mean, you looked for an apartment for us, like from the beginning.
Oh,
I
when
mean,
I got there,
you must have messaged
hundreds.
500,
Yeah, probably 100.
hundreds,
Yeah, hundreds would be a bit, but 100.
easily, easily.
And
Um,
we saw 2, maybe 3 apartments.
yeah, 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 exactly.
Got denied from one,
Yeah,
which was probably good because it was way outside our price range. You remember that one?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
That guy was really nice, but it was way outside our price range. And then
Yes,
in the
the one that
same
was already
apartment
furnished.
complex, we were supposed to go upstairs and get a
Yeah,
balcony,
yeah, hmm
but we got on this one. But
yeah,
let's go back because it was just what an experience it was. I've helped move twice now,
yeah.
and I mean this was a big move. Going up, we got a big truck, and this was a big move to um, take you
Yeah, this
north.
wasn't going, city to city. This is without traffic. This is an hour and 30-minute drive.
Yeah.
So give or take an hour 30 to hour 50 with traffic.
So yeah,
So
we
this
go
is
up there, we move
this
some
is a
stuff
serious
in,
move.
we
A
get a
lot of
van
stuff.
from your president
Yeah,
who
yeah.
runs a company or whatever he does.
hmm hmm
We come back, we start loading everything up, and we also get a couch on this thing called it's eBay, but it's more like
It's
Craigslist for
Craigslist. It's
American
Craigslist.
listeners. It's
Yeah.
like a Craigslist. Like people like to get rid of a lot of stuff because you can't like put it on the side of the road like you could in my hometown in New York. Like you can just
hmm
put a couch on the side of the road and
Yeah.
either someone will come pick it up or garbage will come pick it up.
hmm
But you can't do that here. That's illegal. So you either have to take it to the dump physically or a lot of people sell it or give it away for free.
Yeah.
So it was a game time play, really. Like you called an audible, we got a couch that day.
Yeah. It
Hit
was
someone up
last
that
minute
day, you got this nice couch.
because I didn't know what this room that I was in
No,
looked like. I never
no.
saw this room. So the club helped me out find this apartment and whatnot. But I didn't know how big this room was. I just knew it was bigger than the bedroom.
What's behind
So,
door
but
number 2?
I didn't exactly. So as soon as we came in and got, the first look, we quickly went on eBay and
Couch.
found a few couches that were nice that could be pulled out as a bed for our visitors when they come. And we we have this massive van. I mean, people, I probably shouldn't have been driving this. And this thing was, I mean, I don't know how I can describe how big this is.
I mean, it's just a big van. Like,
I mean, in the back, you can stand
massive.
completely. It's more than 6 feet high
Yeah.
when you're standing in the van.
Lengthwise, we could probably fit 2 of you laying down. So it's probably 12 feet.
Yeah.
I would say that's
12
probably
feet
right.
by 7 feet, maybe.
Yeah. It's long.
It's big. It's big. It's very big.
And driving that through a city, like Hamburg isn't New York City, but it's a city.
It's tight. Some streets are tight. And here we are in this massive, massive van. So, we go into this apartment. We, of course, just how fitting. This is like Corona times. Here we are laying on this lady's floor, taking the bolts out of the headrest of the couch because it won't fit through the door.
Yeah.
So here we are, mid-Corona, laying on some stranger's floor, taking out the bolts.
But masks on and she's in the other room, like we're taking all the precautions here.
We're taking precautions.
Don't put us on blast like that. Like we're being like.
I mean, hey, that's what it is to get a couch, right?
Yeah.
And we get this in the van. And at this point, we've been moving stuff for a few hours now, on the road, moving stuff. So, and keep in mind, this is my birthday.
Oh, yeah, it was your birthday, yeah.
It's my birthday. So I spent the whole day moving stuff, it's cool. Like I had to move, whatever. So then we said, dude, we're hungry. We got to get food. Like we have to eat. So we figure out we're going to go to this place where we used to live. We knew this Asian spot. It was really good. And we say, okay, let's order and then we'll just pick it up because I have this massive van. I can't park this. Like there's not going to be spots it's essentially 2 cars.
Yeah, pretty much we're setting up a tuck and roll situation here.
It's get out and get it, get back in. This is like a bank robbery, but for Asian
this
food.
is quick.
So we call it in and we're pulling up. Dylan, you could describe this as a passenger.
Yeah, so we're pulling up, and it's on the right side. So Sean's pulling over to the right, and it's like a busy street, and there's a lot of people out in cafes at night, eating, drinking, smoking. Everyone's outside, and Sean's like, "Oh, there's a spot, like quick," and he's like, "Oh, pull up right there," like he's all hyped about it. And so we pull up like quickly, and I'm thinking, I'm like, he's done a good job up to this point. I got to give him credit. He's driven that thing to the fullest. He's done well, done better than I could. And we get to this spot. I think he's just a little overeager. I think he's a little hungry. I think he's a little tired. I think these things are adding up. They're starting to weigh on Sean. And we pull up, and I'm like, whoa, 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 whoa. This kid almost takes out. Well, he basically does take out this massive bush that's standing right there.
I didn't take out the bush.
All right, the bush didn't fall over, but it did.
I
one
brushed
of those
it.
classic teetering. It was close.
We brushed it. We just, the outside of it, we brushed it.
With a little more wind, that thing was going down.
But now to make the setting.
But Sean doesn't
There's
say anything.
people-
I'm like, whoa, 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 whoa. Sean pulls up.
The idea is Dylan gets out, grabs the food, pays, and we leave. And there's got to be probably 30 people between the two restaurants we're in front of.
Yeah. Oh, I had to do a walk of shame.
Dylan
Mask on.
Dylan gets out of this massive van. So like, this is a van where like you got to hop down. Like it's not just a step down. Like it's a big hop. Dylan hops down out of this, mask on, and just casually walks
like nothing
into the
happened.
restaurant. I swear,
Straight-faced.
within 8.5 seconds, Dylan walked out with the food. I don't know. He had to pay and get the food within this time, and hops back in, and we peeled out.
I'm incredibly efficient. Let's put that on the table. And second,
he acted as natural as he could be. And
straight-faced.
Tree was fine.
Thank God I had a mask on, dude, because I was cheesing so hard. Like I tried to like just look down, but I really wanted to see the expressions on some of these people's faces after Sean almost just took out, half a forest. And it was so funny, man. Like back to that Inception scene, man. Even more. These everyone. Like I felt like I was naked and I was walking down like the aisle or something. And here I'm just trying to get my curry and get out of there, We peel out. Sean must have took out, a couple more bushes on the way out.
No.
We
were
get
good.
out of there.
And then we get back home, and to seal the night. So we live on a dead end street where Dylan is now. It's like a little cul-de-sac, but we're one of the last buildings. So there's nowhere to park this van. Obviously, there's always hard to find parking spots at night.
It's straight
because
in,
people are
and there's no 3-point turn. It's straight out.
And honestly, this is the size of at least 3 smart cars. Like there's no way you're fitting this in a spot. No, this truck.
There's not a chance.
So we decide, you know what? We try, and like, whatever, just leave it in the middle of the street. No one can get past us. So, but we know there's no parking spots down there because we looked.
No, we set up shop incredibly.
We set up shop. We decided to end the street there. So we load the van like a bunch of busy bees, and then we got to eat. My idea was I'll just eat it on the road because like it's getting super late. My teammates are gonna help me move the stuff back in. I still got to drive another 2 hours back there.
And this is where the things that I said before. I think that Sean being hungry, being tired, being a little annoyed from the couch moving. I just don't think he was thinking clearly because it's a stick shift. It's a huge thing. It's on the Autobahn, and he's going to eat this thing out of a container with one hand.
The idea was once I get on the Autobahn, I could just eat because I'm not changing gears. I'm just staying in sixth. But anyway, so the van is fully loaded. This Instagram, this will be on Instagram. You will see this picture.
Oh, we're chilling.
As promotion for this episode. And
smoking down some curry.
So what we did, left the back doors of the van open and popped a squat and had our dinner. And that was my 26th birthday dinner.
That was a great birthday dinner.
It was a top birthday dinner. I'm not gonna lie.
Like I haven't laughed
nice.
at. It's one of those times when you laugh and you just like can't stop. That was one of those times.
After leaving the restaurant, there was a point driving where I was crying so hard like I couldn't really see.
I thought Sean was gonna pull over, or just like run into another bush or something.
Because I pull up, the bush was fine. It was just a few branches just brushed against the van.
Yeah.
But then Dylan walks out, and I'm telling you, as cool as could be, and he was in and out of the restaurant within seconds. I
Straight
still
cucumber.
can't understand how you paid that quick and got back
Oh, it was
out.
ready. I think. Yeah, I mean, I
If
think
it
I
was
gave him.
exact change or something,
No,
I don't
I
know.
gave him a 10, and this guy threw the change at me. It was like, get out. You
He
have the
understood
answer. You
he
have the
understood
answer
the
for this.
situation.
Man, I mean,
Yeah.
what a birthday though. Like it was
Yeah, it
dude,
was crazy. So,
that next day I had a Lauf test, which is a run test. Early in the morning. I'm exhausted. And it's like one of those, if you've seen, it honestly feels really cool. It feels super professional. Like
mhm,
it's like on those treadmills and they put like the mask on you and they're basically testing your oxygen levels as you go up in speed and duration
mhm,
running.
mhm,
And like I'm like tired. I'm like very tired. It's early, so I haven't eaten anything because I usually eat within a 12-hour window or whatever, 10-hour window, whatever it can be. And dude, I'm so tired. And I honestly thought like afterwards that I didn't do great on it. It's just a test for the coaches. So when we do recovery runs or different things, different runs, tests, it's
mhm.
like it's into groups. So they base it off of your oxygen levels. And I got to like 19 something. And I remember being like, I could have gotten more. And the guy was like, yeah, like your oxygen levels usually would plateau at this level if you were starting to go. But my oxygen levels were still like on the rise and it just kind of stopped because my legs were just shot from picking up these couches and stuff. But it ended up I was like top 3 on the team still. So
Incredible.
yeah,
So
except
there you
that
go.
because of it, we have to run our recovery runs faster. So it's a gift and a
Mm,
curse. But
yeah, but hey,
it
whatever.
is what it is.
Helps you perform on the field, being fit.
Now,
And
I don't know how much you want to get into it, and you let us know. So where are you at right now with Haida in the season, and
uh
you for instance, just especially
yeah. So I think there's been 5 games, 6 games so far.
depends on each team. We've had
Yeah,
5. You've had
yeah,
6,
it
I think.
varies. It's 5 or 6. Yeah, and unfortunately, I picked up a knock in the first game, and have been out ever since. It's kind of something that just needs time to heal, and it's coming along where I can start doing things again, slowly get back into it.
Mm,
But yeah, of course, it sucks. I mean, we have this long break from Corona, and then have a bunch of, I don't know, 6 friendly matches before the season, and then the first game, about 70th minute, it happened. Pretty hurt, but just kept playing. Didn't feel that bad. And then after the game, it just got worse. And then
mm.
yeah, ever since then, haven't played.
Man, it's
But it
tough.
just comes
Like,
back to
yeah,
what we've said in the injury episode and that good video with Jocko. Um, is This isn't going to be my last injury, and it is my first. And like, it's just an opportunity now to. Now I'm so hungry to play again. First off, like just watching my team, and especially we're not doing well. We've lost every game,
that's gotta add to like the frustration and struggle
and
with it.
just seeing that I can help the team. Like there's
Mm,
such big holes.
mm-hmm.
Um, yeah, and obviously we need points. Yeah, it's very frustrating, but you have to be able to stay mentally strong and just focus on things you can do and work on weaknesses, work on maybe muscle weaknesses or anything that's imbalanced. Um, Work on the mental side of it.
That haircut.
Um, that haircut, yeah, I'm letting the top grow out again, letting the buzz cut go for the winter,
Okay.
and
It's getting cold.
yeah, it is getting chilly, and
But yeah, you got to look at the grand scheme, right? Because when you look back at your
yeah,
career, you're not going to be like, damn it, I missed 5 games in September and October in 2020 when I was playing for
yeah,
Haida. Like
right.
that's not even going to be a thought.
It seems like everything now, but I do have to just keep reminding myself that the my injury needs to get to 100% because if I just
Hmm.
play with this for the rest of my life, I'll never play as good as I can. It will
Facts,
always hold me
exactly, and
back.
that's the grand scheme,
Where,
isn't that's the grand goal?
Whereas if I wait a few more weeks for this to completely heal, um, then yeah, we're back to 100%. And then, you know, I mean, you could look at it many ways too. When I come back and the team starts doing well,
Mhm.
and you know the newspaper is in it every week essentially. Yeah, Sean Wimberg's they're still missing center back Sean Wimberg
Exactly.
and the other players.
Exactly.
Then he's back, and then we win. I mean, now it's bigger headlines than if I
Yeah.
was just playing the whole time.
Yeah.
Uh,
100%.
so there's many positives that can come from it, and this is just part of sports. This is part of.
I like what
This
you
is part
said
of
there
the job.
though, because it is a very interesting point. Like, I think everyone talks about like being in the present, you know, like stay in the present moment and stuff. But for something like injuries, when you're just in it for the present moment, it feels like everything. Like the whole
Yeah,
world is coming down on you, you know? So
yeah,
that's like it's one of those rare instances where you really have to kind of take a step back, look at the grand scheme, look at the
hmm
future. Like you said, and we've said many times, where you're going to be in 5 years, all this, like, I don't know, I'm going to be the best footballer I can be. And
right,
if you rush an injury like this and you play on it, you won't be the best footballer you can be. So you have to actually,
exactly.
I mean, you got to look to the future there.
Yeah, I mean, I've done this already. I know that if you come back too early, it's gonna come back to bite me. Um,
Mm.
I
Well,
mean,
we
there's
we
certain
do
things you
hope, and the
can't
fans
rush.
hope. Sorry, go ahead. I interrupted you.
Go ahead. What do you hope? Tell me.
Well, the fans hope, I hope too, that you will be ready and fit
But
for
or
the
the
big
footwork derby.
showdown, the grand final, the Super Bowl of all Super Bowls, Sean
Of
versus
footwork.
Dylan for the first time
November
ever.
1st,
Is that when it
2020.
is?
The
November
first
1st?
first time ever in history.
It's home for
We
me, right? It's at Notre State.
correct.
So it will be live streamed. The camera is a bit
That's
annoying sometimes because it's like a motion censored camera.
it's like a yeah, it's AI, so it's
my
not someone
brother,
doing
my
it.
brother said, my brother said something really funny. He's because my brother's like a film major. He directs music videos. He shoots movies, makes skits, commercials, all that. So like, you can imagine like the precision he likes with the camera. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
he likes
Right.
the zooms. Like all of these things are very important to him and on his mind. And he's watching one of our games. I can't remember which one it was. And it's like, oh, we have a corner. Like on offense, we have a corner. Oh, let's go look back at their keeper. He's moving. Oh, is
Oh,
there
he's
a
scratching his
butterfly over
ass.
there? Yeah. Oh, there's a butterfly.
Oh, and there's a goal, and it's still looking at the goalie, and then it
Yeah.
comes back, and you guys are running back.
Yeah, you can hear
It's
cheering and it's like
yeah,
up in the air looking at a plane. It's so funny though. But I mean, it's better than nothing and
yeah,
technology will get
yeah.
there.
Just you have to be ready for it.
You have to be ready for it.
Sometimes
So,
it'll follow the ball, sometimes it just simply doesn't, and
but either way,
that's what it
the
is.
fans have to be ready for that. Sean has to be ready for that,
November
hopefully.
1st. I hope I'm ready for that. I'm
We play each
optimistic
other
I will
twice
be.
though, so it's not the end of the world if you're
Yeah,
not ready for this one.
correct. Yeah, I'll catch you again. I think in the beginning of February,
I think so
it's the
too.
second game.
Yeah,
But
I
yeah,
mix with you.
so that's the update. Now we mentioned it before, actually on the last podcast that was released with Wagsy. But I mean, you played Bayern Leverkusen. That
Yeah,
was right as guest week started.
that was right as
I
guest
mean,
week started. Yeah, man, that was a trip.
how?
It feels like
Give me.
forever
I mean,
ago.
give
What
me.
it feels like.
Yeah. So give me an update on the whole of you at Norderstedt. I mean, when you first signed there, you were not getting as many minutes as you hoped.
No,
Kind of walk us through
so
that.
I mean, I signed before the season started. So we were playing cup games from the previous season, um, but I didn't sign in time for those. So for the first and second games, I didn't play a minute. Um, I played. Was Leverkusen in between? Yeah, it was.
In between the
So
two
we played.
games.
So we
Yeah.
played our first game away in Flensburg, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't see the field. I get it though. Like these are. I mean, I'm a new player.
Mm-hmm.
It's a great team. Um, I play pretty well against Leverkusen second half, but next league game I didn't see the field either. But I'm keeping my head down. I'm trying to just stay patient. I know it's early. I know like I have still so much to prove. They have a solidified squad who did very well last year, and a great midfield. So I kind of just buy my time. There's a couple injuries and such. So the third game of the season, we play a team that I trialed for actually, and for one reason or another, they didn't pick me up. No harsh feelings. I think, like we've discussed this, I don't think I had my best performance in a trial. But there's always that little extra, when someone says no to you, it's nice to play against those teams that didn't see the potential in you. And that could be my own fault, and I think a lot of it was. But it's still nice because then it kind of gives you that extra motivation and extra confidence if you do well against them. And so I get the start because of some injuries, and I think I was training well. They wanted to see what I can do in Regionalliga in this league. And I played well. I got like a hockey assist. There was a couple key chances, a couple shots. I did a lot of running, did a lot of defensive work. I played well. Still things to work on, but I played well. They were very happy, and they kind of have this. Sometimes they say like, don't change a winning team. So the next game, I wasn't sure how we would line up. I thought I did well, and at least now I'm on their radar as an option. Like they know I can play, and hopefully I'll get more opportunities to play because, one game you can do whatever, but if you can do it a couple more times and they start to see and feel that confidence with you and trust, that's when like even if you don't start, they're in your head of like, when can he come on, or can he come on and help, So we play Haasval, Svi, and
Hamburg,
that is
professional team, Hamburg,
yeah, that's
and their second team.
Yeah, the second team. They're usually a Bundesliga team, but they're in the second Bundesliga. So we play their second team, which is mostly U23 kids. Sparing. How many are they allowed above U23?
I think only like two or three, but I think that just that one center back is the only one on their team at the moment.
I scored in that game, actually. They're up 1-0. I scored. Scrappy goal, just kind of like, keeper didn't hold on to it, and I was just hustling to get into the right position. Slid, got a goal. But it was under the lights. It was a very hectic game. We ended up coming back after they led twice and ended up winning 3-2. We had a red card, too. Like, it was a crazy game. But, yeah, they were very happy with me after that, too. Still, like, there was things I wanted to improve on in my game. Third game was just 2 days ago now. And we won 3-0, and I thought I played really well again. A couple things I could have done better, but, I thought I was everywhere again. And I think it's just much better because in the past few years, I've been playing a lot of left wing, right wing, and I think I can do a job there. But I think center mid is like where I can be the best version of a player that I can be. Like I think I have attributes at left wing, especially if I can come in and kind of combine, if I have an overlapping wing back like Sean was, peep my highlight tape, peep his highlight tape. We're all in there. But yeah, like when I'm involved, whether that's defensively, offensively, like when I'm involved and I have a job to do, I just think my head's there and I'm just having more fun. And I think it just gets the best out of me. So it's been nice playing as like an 8 in a 4-3-3 system. 3 games now I've played, 3 starts, and 3 wins. So, I just gotta, if they call upon me in the next games, we're getting people back and stuff. So you never know what they decide, I still have to perform every day, this can't rest on your laurels ever.
Yeah.
So I just gotta, keep doing what I'm doing, touch up on what I'm doing. There's a lot of things I'm still trying to improve on and be more deadly in the final third, get on the ball more. Some things that Sean has always told me and the coaches have told me that I've been working on, kind of not taking over space, kind of staying a little deeper to get the ball and be in more dangerous areas between the lines. So, yeah, man, it's been really nice. We got another game tomorrow. So when people hear this, it will have passed. But yeah, just got to keep doing what I'm doing, keep improving, keep training well, stay fit, stay hungry, and there's a lot of competition on this team, which I like though. It reminds me of Oneonta, like the spots aren't safe, and you really have to
Someone's always
perform.
breathing
So
on my neck.
it's good for me right now. I can't complain, but you just can't rest. So that's me. That's me at Northern State.
Let's just stay on that quickly. We don't have to dive too deep into it, but I think there's something to be said or even to be learned for aspiring players out there, or even players that are still playing, because you, from the previous episodes, we've mentioned it, but you had a period of trials that, yeah, just didn't work out.
Yeah.
And then, and then you went on to Northern State, and then you were just riding the bench, where, in games that I thought from the outside, being a third party viewer, that they could have used you in these
Yeah,
games.
but you also know me and you're my roommate, so it is easier to
This
say,
is,
of course.
yeah, but this is true. But I know the team, and I just felt that you could have came in at the end. But
Fair.
whatever, it's the coach's decision. You're a new player; they don't trust you yet in the league, and I was a parent. But then, yeah, once you got your opportunity, you took it, and at this point, it's your position to lose, I would say, and what that means is Dylan's now in a position where he's played well consistently, that he just needs to continue to perform. Now, he's one bad performance away from now his spots might, be up for grabs. But coaches like to see a player that they know they're going to get. They know what they're going to get from him every game,
Mm.
and he's bringing something to the team that they do not have. They don't have a player like you. You're highly unique. They were looking for you. That was one of the reasons they signed you, a player exactly like you, and you're doing the job that I feel like you and the other two midfielders, there really isn't a replacement for any of you guys, in
I
my
think there's
opinion.
different. I mean, I think there's different ways you can play. I mean, like
Sure.
you can say that, and I mean, I do think I'm something that they don't have. But I mean, if you look at their team last year and in the cup run before I was here, they were winning games, handily, whatever the
Sure,
word
sure,
is.
sure, sure.
So I think any of us can be replaced at any moment. Maybe not any of us. There's key members. Either way, I think the main point from that is, yeah, I'm one bad performance away, and I have to keep doing what I'm doing and keep improving and keep doing
Exactly.
everything for the team, because you never know when you can lose that starting spot, you know?
100%.
Like we
And I mean,
we lose a game and I may not play the worst, but we lose a game, I don't do enough. I may not be the worst
yeah,
performer, but we lose a game and I don't do enough, and you have to look at it differently as a coach, you
yeah,
know?
exactly. They could bring a new idea, new formation, and then
Exactly. It
it's
just
just a
could
bit
be,
unlucky, but you just
yeah.
lose the position, and then, you're out. So yeah, it's important that when you get these opportunities, first off, when you don't get the opportunity, to stay
Mhm.
positive and keep working
Mhm.
hard.
Mhm.
And when you do have it, you have to work even harder now, because now it's,
I think another
you
thing
have to keep
too,
that jersey on your back.
100%. I think another thing too, which is huge, especially as an American, because you're learning new systems, and a lot of the times it's in different languages, and you're communicating in different languages. I think you have to allow yourself to be extremely coachable. I don't
Mhm.
know if we touched on that a lot, but like if a coach tells you something, you have to show that instead of just nodding your head and saying yes, you have to apply that, whether
Mhm.
it's in training or whether it's in the game. Sometimes I think I was pressing in the wrong times, or I was coming too deep to get the ball. And, the coach relays these kinds of things, and you have to show that you understand, because when you do and you do those things, they say, like, okay, he's doing everything for the team that he can. He's extremely coachable and understands what we're trying to do here and can learn quickly and on the fly. Because, I mean, you don't always see everything from the field.
Yeah.
It's just one view. Now, if you
Mhm.
have that trust in your team and your coaches and your teammates, you have to listen to other people, whether you agree with them or disagree with them in the moment, because a lot of the times, it can be heated and there's adrenaline and you could just shrug people off. But take it into account from every side, because, I mean, a lot of these things that I'm learning and applying into the game, I think have helped me stay out there,
Yeah.
and get these starts, and hopefully I keep doing it and put in even better
Mhm.
performances in the future. So that's the goal.
Yeah. 100%. And I hope our viewers can see it in action.
I hope
Half
so
of
too,
footwork against
man.
the other
Go
half.
Go on Sports
November.
Hotel. Hopefully the
No,
camera's not at the butterfly.
November 1st, 2020. Mark it on your calendar.
Dude, we had
Uh,
something. We had another funny. I guess it's more of a elongated experience. And when you moved out, of course, I probably could have taken over the whole apartment, but financially, that it's not the smartest idea. This is in New York City rent
yeah.
again, but this is still a city, and it's in Europe, and it's not, whatever. So when I was in Leverkusen, you put up the room on
Yeah.
essentially one of
So,
those apartment
yeah.
searching sharing sites.
Uh-huh. Yeah. So let's rewind this. So when I moved 6 times, um, other than the apartment Dylan and I lived in, you basically in Hamburg, because it's a city, like a big city, almost all teams don't set up your housing as a
Mm.
foreigner because it's just assumed you're in a big city, you could find your own place.
And it's expensive as
Um,
hell.
and it's
You're
expensive,
not living in the
exactly.
sticks, and it's like, oh, here's a house
Yeah,
that
yeah,
it's
exactly. Cost
$100
€100
rent.
a month. Um, so what you do is you look for apartment shares, like you're looking for just a room in an apartment, and you write people, you give them like a little bio about yourself,
Hmm.
and then you hope that they answer because they're getting, I mean, not probably close to 100 messages.
Yeah,
No
it also
joke.
depends on the timing of
It
it.
depends on the timing of it too,
Mm,
and the location, of course. But of course, I want to stay somewhat central in the city. So the chances of you even getting an answer are slim.
so
And I was
slim.
lucky enough to get to these random apartments, one for 2 months, one for 1 month. Then I got the one that you stayed with me for, that was a long while. But yeah, it sucks. Like you're going on like an interview process to convince these people why you'd be the best candidate for their room
Did you
for
wear a
whatever
suit?
renting period. No. So yeah, well, now we'll rewind the clock. Dylan goes, I know I'm leaving. Uh, I hope to leave on October 1st, the apartment, and move into the new one. So now I'm on the other side of this transaction. So I list my bedroom.
You're running shit.
I'm running the show now, and yeah, so I'm not even kidding how crazy it is. I probably got 15 messages within minutes of posting it,
Mm.
of just people like I was, last 2 years ago. I know how it is. Like you want to message apartments that were just posted because they have the least amount of messages. Because after a few days, it's up to 100 messages, which happened with this apartment. So Dylan was in Leverkusen for a few days. So I figured, okay, let me handle this. I'll narrow it down to a few candidates who I think are like normal, cool, based on their bio that they write me.
So it's
and
so
they're
weird when you think of it.
it and they're yeah, it's just crazy. Um, so I narrowed it down to 3 people. Should we say the names? Because it doesn't really matter.
Give them fake names.
Give them fake names. All right,
Steven.
we're gonna go. No, he's gonna be Bob.
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 Okay.
Bob. Uh, Nigel
Nigel.
and
Okay. I like that.
and
And how about Sonny?
and Sonny. All right. So Bob, Nigel, and Sonny. So I tell him, yeah, come on this day. You could take a look at the room. Dylan's not there. It happens to be the day that Dylan's actually playing Bayern Leverkusen.
Sean quickly cleans everything.
So the apartment was nice and spotless. The room's looking good. So Bob comes first. And yeah, I don't know. The way he wrote his bio, I don't know. If I'm going to judge these people,
it's so
it's
judgy.
just
It's so
crazy.
crazy.
It's so crazy. And then based on his picture, like, I don't know, you just get the vibe. Like, I wasn't so sure about him.
Yeah.
And he comes in a full suit, shoes, everything, the full thing. And he comes in and I show him around. And I'm watching Dylan's game at this point. It's already like the 60th minute. So like, I don't want to miss the game, but like I got to show him the room. Like I'm showing him the room, but also on the computer. And then he's like, oh, Dylan's not here. And I was like, yeah, he's actually playing Bayern Leverkusen right now. And literally at this moment, we're standing in my room. On the computer, it was like a highlight of them taking a shot, and it was your back, like the from end to end view. And like, there he is. That's right, him, number 6.
I know him.
And I like, that's him actually right there. Like, your roommate's is playing Bayern Leverkusen. Like, this is crazy. But he goes, ah, cool. And at this moment, I said, get out. Get out of the room.
No,
you got
didn't.
no chance. Nah, so we continued
We're not
to talk.
We're not that vain, people.
But this was a factor. In the end.
I mean,
so
I have
anyway,
no comment.
So we talk about it, whatever. I say, okay, I'll get back to you. I got to talk to the landlord and all this shenanigans. Then the next guy comes. The next guy was Nigel.
Nigel, what a great name.
Nigel Thornberry comes. And
wait. Can you do a Nigel Thornberry impersonation?
No, I can't. I actually forget how.
I can't think. Is it Australian, New Zealand, Kiwi?
I can't remember, to be honest.
That's a tough thing to ask. Fair enough. Keep going.
So anyway, Nigel Thornberry comes in, and he has normal clothes on, jeans, jacket, standard, not a suit. You know, the suit was not a good thing in my opinion. Like, why you got to dress like that? First off, if you were coming from work, totally understood. This is a Sunday. Nobody works in Germany on Sunday, so you decided to put a suit on to come look at the apartment. When I said interview, I meant like you just have a conversation with the person. And usually when it goes well, in my experience, I'll speak with this person for like an hour and a half because we're just talking about random things. That's a good sign that you'll probably get along with them. But I'm not talking about he's going to sit on one side of the desk, I'm sitting on the other, and I'm going to drill him questions. So, you should wear a suit. No, don't do that.
Was it anything like the Step Brothers scene where they go into a job interview about cleaning bathrooms in tuxedos?
I mean, it's only along the same lines as that. It's like, the brother of that scenario.
Okay.
Like, it's the same situation. I'm sitting here in like pajama pants and a t-shirt.
And he's walking in with full suit.
Walks in a full suit. He just got from the law. He just came. I think
you have to respect it, and then there is an element of this is an interesting play.
Yeah, interesting play that ultimately we'll find out shortly if it worked out for Bob. And Nigel comes, pretty quiet, relatively quiet kid, but like asked the basic questions, showed him everything, showed him the basement, standard things that I know when I was looking for an apartment. I wanted to know about how much rent is, everything. Yeah, and then like he just had a few more questions, and then once again I said, yeah, I'll get back to you because I still have to speak to the landlord about everything. And then the last one came in, and Niels' profile was very basic. The bio that he sent me, very short.
Nigel.
Wasn't Nigel. Nigel. I don't know why I said that. Nigel's bio was relatively short.
Blowing up the spot.
So yeah. Anyway, so then the last guy comes, and he had a very interesting bio. It was pretty funny.
Sunny,
I must say. Sunny was funny. Sunny was funny, and like it was a long description, but it was funny. So I kind of like, all right, this guy's kind of got a sense of humor, Sunny. And Sunny comes, full of energy, like the positive energy he's giving off. And he said in his bio that he worked he was in the U.S. Army for 2 years, and
so Sean got really hyped away.
He got it full. He has a full-time job in Germany.
Sean goes, "Have you seen this Jocko video?"
You mean Footwork's version of good?
Played it off as the original, yeah.
So then Sunny, we were just having a good conversation. He is Korean. Dylan and I have a little Korean connection. Our agent's Korean. Yeah. We have a lot of Korean friends here through football. Mm-hmm. So that was like a plus. They're just really jolly people. Yeah. Honestly, all the Koreans we've met, very nice. So yeah, he worked. They have to do 2 years of military in Korea, whatever. Not a big deal. So he worked for the Army then. So yeah, then it comes then. Okay, so now all three have seen the apartment. Sunny, Bob, and Nigel. And then Dylan comes back. So then now Dylan can take over the story because I don't know what's going in his mind because he just played Leverkusen. But I did all the background work. Now I've given him these three candidates who I think are the best out of the 70 people that messaged me. Mm-hmm. And now what happens now?
Well, first off, this is a very weird experience for me. Like having to go meet someone like in the park and like it's like an interview, but it's not. Like it's informal, but it's also like you're asking questions like, where are you from? Do you have pets? Do you smoke? Like, do you drink? Do you go out? Like, how often? Are you clean? Which everyone is always going to answer, yes, I'm clean. I'm the cleanest person you've ever
Yeah.
met.
Which I got a funny story about that, but I'll tell it at the end.
You never know, though, do you? You never really
Yeah.
know.
All right, I'm gonna just cut you off right there. 1 second. So
Yeah, let me hear it.
one time I viewed an apartment. This was before I got the long one where you stayed, and I show up to this. It was some girl's place, and the roommate left, so she has an open room. And I show up, and she says, "I'll come to the bus stop to like walk you to the apartment." Like a confusing way to get whatever. So I get to my bus pulls in, and I'm there. I message her like, "Yeah, I'm here. Where are you?" So she comes out in like t-shirt and pajamas. I was like, okay, like hot summer day, whatever.
Hey, man, you said that you were
Whatever.
wearing
Yeah,
pajamas.
yeah. I mean, I probably had on like Adidas sports pants, whatever,
Okay,
casual
fair enough.
clothing. But then we go in, and the apartment is disgusting.
Oh,
And
man.
she goes, like, I'm playing it cool. Like, I let her, I'll just talk. Maybe there's a possibility. Like, I have to do this because I don't have a room at the moment. And she goes, yeah, I figured I'd leave it like this because this is how it is all the time anyway. So I figured I might as well
Don't
leave
do
it how it
that.
is. And I was like, oh, I gotta go.
Like, who says yes after seeing,
So
oh, this is
she
how it
left the
usually is?
apartment disgusting and then
That's not,
said, yeah, this is how it always is. So
what was her name?
I don't remember.
Well,
I
whatever
don't
your name
remember.
is, you don't get points for honesty in this situation.
Yeah,
You
this is a
don't get points
poor
for
move.
honesty here.
Poor
That's a
move.
poor move.
But anyway, go on. So yes,
So
we
yeah,
meet
you
these
never
people in the
know. And
park.
I guess actually you do know with that girl. But in our situation, you never know when you're choosing someone to live with. So yeah, we have essentially our version of some dating game on MTV. I don't know. I
Blind
text
date.
each one, meet each one in the park. They're all within like increments of 30 minutes. I'm not trying
You
to I'm
text
not
them.
trying to sit here and
You
have a picnic.
Yeah, I mean, you text them, hey, you up?
Something along those lines, yeah. So who did I meet first? I met Bob first.
You met Bob first.
I met Bob first. We meet in the park. It's going smoothly. Bob's a nice guy. He's not in a suit this time. Um, but he's given off the impression to me that he's telling me everything that I want to hear.
Mm, mm.
So essentially he's the opposite of the girl that left the room in disarray for you.
Right, but he's on the other end of the spectrum.
He's on the other end of the spectrum. And I mean, maybe he wasn't. Maybe this is my fault for how I got his energy. But yeah, I mean, overall, I just felt like, I don't know, like it just something wasn't clicking, you know?
Yeah, and I also had the same vibe from him.
And
It's part of it.
and when you said that, I was kind of like, oh yeah, we both got that. So in these
Yeah,
situations, obviously, you can't learn that much about these people unless I'm doing a full scale, government background check and I
right.
invite them to meet my mom and, meet the parents and all of these things that you would do on The Bachelor. So, I told them like, I'll get back to you and yeah, we'll talk soon. Got to talk to the landlord. We have your information. We'll see if you're past your credit, all this, yada, yada, yada. After that, I meet Nigel Thornberry. Nigel, yeah, just like you said, quiet, soft-spoken, nice kid. He's a little younger though. He's like 21. He's in uni. He's wearing a Boston Red Sox hat, which I'm trying. I
Doesn't
mean,
mean
I don't think
anything.
it really it doesn't rub me the wrong way. But it's like he's some American culture in there. It's like, oh, okay, cool. He au paired in Boston actually, and he made some quip about how he's not afraid to wash dishes because he au paired in America. And Okay, that's good.
Okay, I don't have to wash my dishes anymore.
Yeah. Oh, here you go. Here's everything. But
Plus
I
one
mean,
for Nigel.
he was nice, and I didn't have anything bad to say about him. Checked all the boxes, and wasn't like a crazy partier, doesn't smoke, none of those things. Um, and then Sonny is third, and yeah, he's got just a funny energy. He just kind of like you know says some things. We crack a couple jokes.
Hmm.
Um, he hits home with this one line. This was he was I had a good impression. He made a good impression, and I just thought he was just being who he was. He was genuine in
Hmm.
that. And he says something like, "Oh yeah, man, it's been a nightmare getting an apartment as a foreigner." And right there, it was kind of like it wasn't signed, sealed, delivered, but it definitely hit home because I certainly understood what he was talking about. I knew
Right.
that exact feeling. It is super hard to get one as a foreigner here,
Hmm.
especially because right now university is starting up, so everyone wants to live in the city. People from outside. So
Hmm.
many students are looking for rooms, and I felt for him. Um, yeah, and I like asked, I was like, "Do you have any questions for me?" And he asked one and a couple, and I was like, "Oh, is that it?" And he's like, "I guess the only thing would be like where am I in the running? Like want to know like his position." I was like, I mean, like like I'm picking up good vibes from you, man. Like I don't know, but we'll see. And then one thing led to another, and we had the rose ceremony, so they all came over, and we had 3 roses laid out, and Sean was playing music in the background, and the lights were dim, and there was candles lit, and none of this happened. But the first rose did not, or the one rose. This is the final ceremony, pretty much. It's a very quick
Mm.
dating show. The first one, the only rose, did not go to Bob with the suit.
Bob, yeah. We had a
Bob.
discussion, and someone asked you, what vibe do you get from him? And I can best describe the way you explained it to this person
Don't say it
is
if you're gonna say what I think you're gonna say. Don't
is,
say it.
is if we were in Bikini Bottom with SpongeBob and his boys, this Bob would be at VIP lounge at Weenie Hut Junior's. I mean,
Okay,
it's the
okay,
best way to describe him.
okay.
He just gave off this vibe that,
I just think that he was just, I don't know, like not real. I don't know. I'm not trying to be mean. It's just like I
oh,
just
this
felt
is
like
so
there was
funny.
something about him. I just didn't think this was genuine,
Yeah, it
and
wasn't authentic.
I just wasn't getting the vibes, man.
I mean,
So
coming on a Sunday afternoon in a suit.
I pretty much just told him, look, man, I'm sorry, this rose is not for you. Um, best of luck. I'm sorry it didn't work out.
Yeah.
Um, he texted me last night saying grew up. So no, second one. Yeah, Bob is between Bob and this is what it really came down to. It came down to Bob and Sonny, and I think both
No,
of them would
Nigel
be.
and Sonny, man. Get it
Huh?
right. Nigel and Sonny.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, Nigel and Sonny.
Bob is tossed to the
Bob
curb.
was tossed. Sorry, Bob. Yeah, Nigel and Sonny, and this is. I think either one would have been a great roommate. But there's only one rose, and you know I had to give it to Sonny. So Sonny won.
Woo!
Our Korean connection is prolonged. Yeah, he's moved in. He's super nice. Bob, not
Why
Bob.
don't you
What?
tell 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 the listeners the first thing he did when moving in that we didn't have?
Oh, well, along with that, so we'll start with the first thing he did was like I cleaned up a bit for him. But he cleaned, bro. Him and his girlfriend came through and cleaned. Like, I don't
Toothbrush
know.
on the floor, cleaning out cracks,
Nah, man, it's just, I mean, the apartment, no offense, does not look this good since we
shining.
moved in. It does not look this good. Um, and Sean and I lived in this apartment for 8 months and we never got a light for the hallway. So when we came in, we would just turn on the light from the kitchen. It would be enough light so you could see, and it just was what it was at that point. And they're in there and they're moving stuff around, and something compelled me to just completely lie about it and just, frame myself as a better overall person than I am and say, yeah, Sean took the light in the hallway. That's why there's no light in the hallway. There's never been a light in the hallway. Not once. He's like, oh, that's why. Okay, I was wondering. And I was like, yeah. And so they put up a light that day, and now we have a light. And we've never had it, and it's weird. It's very weird. But yeah.
It's so
now,
funny.
Now the whole room, now everyone hates Sean. Me, him, his girlfriend. We just we were like, yeah, fuck Sean. He's the worst. He took the light that wasn't there.
Oh man.
But yeah, that was our dating game roommate search. Thank you to all the contestants, everyone who reached out to us, and we're sorry there could only be one winner. If I end up moving, maybe we'll give them a call in the end. So
yeah, that
was that. But overall, man, I just think there's so much funny shit that goes on here.
So
and
funny.
I
mean, think about.
We touch on the couch, get in your couch, and it's kind of annoying because it's COVID and we have to tiptoe through this and unscrew this lady's couch and get it through the smallest doors ever. It was so much work. Or me crashing on your couch that had a nail in it, and it's
or in an apartment. Let's stay on that. That the thermostat was in. So in most apartments in Germany, there's heaters in each room, and you just turn a knob from 1 to 5, and it puts on the heat instantly.
I try not to think about this.
In this apartment, the thermostat was in her bedroom, and it could only be turned. The heat can only be turned on through the thermostat.
Yeah.
So many nights when Dylan and I are sleeping there would be no heat, and she came in later, and we couldn't go in her bedroom. Yeah, we would. The windows were old; it was freezing, and we would sleep in sweatshirt, hats. Dylan one time wore snow boots. I
mean, no, but I did wear. I did wear a full beanie for an entire night, and I never took it off. A beanie and a sweatshirt, and pants and socks.
Oh, man.
I never sleep in anything really. I just sleep in shorts. And this, I try not to think about that, but overall, this is what I'm saying. These so-called obstacles, man, are just so funny now. When you just look back at it, yeah, just it's first world problems, man. They're just not real problems. It's just funny. Yeah, there was a nail in my couch, and yeah, maybe I would have died, and then it would have become a real issue, or I would have got staph infection. But it didn't. So look back on it and laugh, man. Laugh at yourself. Laugh at your situations, because this shit is funny. Sean almost took out a whole tree next to a cafe.
Oh man! And now looking at the notes here, speaking of the bike story, coming back to that, when Dylan first moved to Germany, I had this bike called Triumph, and the chain would just always fall off. I'm talking every 30 seconds. If you hit a pebble and it made the bike kind of rattle, the chain popped off. So you got to flip it over, put it back on. I got a new bike eventually after Dylan literally couldn't use it anymore. He got a bike. We left it in the busiest part of town. I mean, there's so many people. So
in the marketplace.
For 3 to 4 weeks, unlocked, this bike didn't get taken.
If you're in a city and your bike is unlocked, it stays unlocked for 4 weeks and it doesn't get taken, you know that bike is not. Someone went to it, saw that it was unlocked, and went, I'm good.
Yeah, it's a hassle.
Sean brought it to a bike shop and was like, here, you can use the parts. And the guy was like, get that out of here.
I said, you can have it for free. I don't need it anymore. He's like, I don't want it.
He's looking. Do you remember that one time we went and hung out with some friends? And then we rode back in the rain, and the chain fell off 8 times in this pouring rain.
Yes.
Man, that was a battle scene. Just imagine going up a hill, 2 pedals, chain falls off. Oh, I gotta put the chain back on. It's pouring. Sean's like in front, like, come on, we're close.
The thing was though with that bike, if you're going up a slight hill, if you tried to give it any power, it was enough power to take the chain off. So you have to be like very, very soft with it. Oh man, Triumph,
But
RIP.
laugh, man. I have an idea before we wrap this up. I want to make an impromptu call to Wagsy. What do you think?
Okay. Yeah.
Let's ask him. Let's ask him if he has a press release for the Twitter, and let's make fun of him for putting Manchester United second. And think of a question for him too. He has to pick between 2 players.
That's my question.
Yeah, I mean, pick 2 players. I don't know.
Okay.
If he doesn't pick up 2, he's dead to us. Damn.
Yep, listeners, this is who's in charge of our Twitter. This is what we're dealing with here.
This is what we're dealing with.
And
there he is.
Oh, okay. He's back.
He's back,
Yeah.
ladies and gentlemen.
So
No, we're actually recording. We're recording a
you're
podcast
live.
right now, Brian. And we wanted to just get you on just to say if you had anything to say about the Twitter news today.
Oh, it's a press release.
It's a press release.
I mean, we're excited for things moving forward.
Okay.
We have a lot of ideas. We're not sure that we're going to, be liked by everybody, but that's not what it's about. It's about gaining new followers.
Gaining new followers,
That's
yeah.
true.
We're going to be true to ourselves on that Twitter. That's going to be kind of the after dark sequence there. You want to go to Instagram for the proper stuff, but if you're on Twitter, look out.
Okay.
Fair
And
enough.
what's the development plan? How are we going to gain new followers through Twitter?
I'm not sure. I'm kind of thinking the avenue of the esport world, or maybe like a boot spotting type thing. I don't know. I was kind of brainstorming this morning.
You got to love that, though, that he signed the
I love
contract
it.
this morning, and, the ideas are already flowing.
And I am exhausted. I've been ripping FIFA packs for about 12 straight hours.
Oh, so you bought the new FIFA. Isn't it $100? Is it $100 right now, right? You have to get the Legends package or whatever?
I did, in fact, buy the $100 version. I also, in fact, had cash just funneled into my compartment of my truck, and I'm just buying FIFA packs nonstop.
I have one question. I have a couple questions. But, Wags, I'd say in the last week, what is the strangest and worst bet that you've made?
The strangest bet I made?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. So I can spin this to make it look like I'm really cool.
Fair
so, and I'm gonna tell the dollars amounts because, like I said, Twitter's the After Dark special.
Okay.
So Sunday I found myself in a world of hurt, and I was just clawing for life, and I put $200 on Liverpool first half.
Ooh.
I sat there and I was like, they're going to welcome Villa to the Premier. It's sit them back down, give them humble pie.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know about you guys, but I watched the first 10 minutes and I just said, no, I upped the Villa. I flipped the script. I put it all back on Villa, put it all on Ross Barkley to score, and here I am ripping packs.
It's funny that he's still, after all this, he can't even mention his name. He's gonna say something about it. I won't say it. Who's got the best Cavs in the league? 3 goals against Liverpool, 2 assists. It's got to be the Grealish.
Because Shaqiri's out there, this isn't PC, but getting bitches and getting COVID.
Well, we're not exactly PC here, so that's all right, Brian.
You don't hear Grealish out there getting COVID.
Yeah, but didn't he like break quarantine rules? So I don't know how are we making the connection between quarantine, breaking, and Cavs?
Yeah, I think that's a good call. And I think that Grealish is still a bad teammate, but he's a better teammate when they're beating Pool 7-2.
Fair enough. Everyone's a better teammate when they're winning. And
you can't be a bad teammate blowing out Cortland.
This is facts. Now we're all best buds. Before we let you go, Wags, we're being nice to you today because it is a big day and it's contract signing. So we're not going to rip into you, but we want to give you the chance to reorder Manchester United in your top 6 or above. So Brian had them number 2, which was super bold.
I watched Deadline Day yesterday at the gym. I had it up. I'm sitting there. You guys released the podcast. I'm an embarrassment. And I'm just.
I'll put him 3rd. I'm an embarrassment too.
Like, oh
Yeah, I think I had third too.
Maybe go out and backdoor Arsenal for party. Oh, man, you maybe sign Dembele. Oh, I mean, I don't know, anybody. Top of the head, sign Kondogbia. Like, anybody.
And who'd we get? Cavani.
All right, so I'd like to hereby edit that and say that Man U, I don't want to be wrong here, Ole Gunnar sacked by February, Man U sitting at 9th.
I mean, he's doing the same thing that he did with that Villa-Liverpool game. He's going opposite, flip the switch, put all the money in the other way.
Yeah, totally aborting the plan. I think that, dude, there's so much talent. There's talent. Dude, look at how good Villa is. They're so good.
Yeah, I mean, there's so much talent on United too, though. Like,
I know, but if you watch Poole and Aston Villa, think about it. Aston Villa's going to be what? Sitting in 14th? Like, that's a good year. And they're just better. If I had to bet Villa Man U tomorrow, I'd take Aston Villa every time.
Do you want to make a bet right now that United will finish higher than Aston Villa with me?
I do not want to make that.
Okay, that's
Hold on.
We would have bet your Twitter salary.
You know what? If Aston Villa finishes above Man U, you owe me $50. But if Man U wins above Villa, I'll owe you 10. How about that?
Fair enough. Deal done and dusted. You heard it here first. Yeah, you heard it here first.
This is episode 25.
This is the first live bet that we made on Footwork, and I don't like that precedent that this opens up for more.
Goodbye.
Well,
God bless Wags. Peace.
There you go.
That's
Looks like Dylan just won $10. Congrats.
Hopefully, man. You never know. I mean, I would be excited to see Villa go for it, but we'll see.
I think, first off, it's early. Everyone's slipped up so far, and I think if Man U tanks a few more games, I think they might sack him earlier. And then
it's so funny though. We came out with that podcast after that huge loss, and it just made us all, because we all had him in the top 4. Yeah. And I got messages like, "What was your top 4, man?" And it was like, this was before transfers and before they got spanked by Tottenham. Like,
yeah, this is before any transfer.
No one saw any of that coming.
No.
Lay off, everyone. We're trying our best here.
We're trying. We're trying to try.
We're trying to try. I need to get out of this apartment though, so let's end this here.
I need to. I need to go explore Haida.
Is Ricky the dog there?
Ricky is there. Should he make an appearance?
Yeah, bring Ricky onto the pod real quick.
Ricky. Look at this. How obedient.
This is why you should turn over to YouTube right now to see a dog.
Oh. I don't have a treat for him.
He said I ain't no puppet.
Oh, we got him. Ricardo. Ricky, Elias Ricardo. Here he is. He's a cute little guy.
Ricky, say what's up to the people out there.
Ricky, what do you got to say on the mic?
He can't even see.
Ricky, what do you got to say? Actually, you want to hear a cool
tired.
trick?
Do you see that yawn? He's telling us to wrap it up.
Oh, no. We're going to end it off with this. Watch this trick. So, I mean, this guy's a little poodle, right? But he will howl if he hears howling.
All right, so
watch this.
End it with us. How about let's do our outro and we'll end with a howl.
Watch this.
Is it coming?
Just wait for it.
Wow. Oh, man. Dude, that is the best podcast debut I've ever heard.
Okay, yeah, enough of that. Okay, we've heard enough. Thanks, Ricky.
Thanks, Ricky. Thank you to everyone out there. Keep plugging, keep passing. Like I said in the beginning, send us your email, DM us. You'll get a sticker. We got a ton. And we will not sell your address to the deep web. Also, make fun of Wags.
We are on YouTube.
Manchester second. Yeah, check out YouTube.
You're on YouTube. If you want to see Ricky Howell. If you want to see,
all these will be up on YouTube now.
Dylan's dope podcast setup.
Yeah, it's growing. There'll be more each week. It'll just kind of be growing and growing and growing.
Yeah, mine probably won't have anything. But
fair enough. It's got a country. Wait, where's
so
Mongolia?
Until next time.
Point out Mongolia first.
Right there.
That's crazy. It's massive.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead. Sorry.
So until next time,
Keep moving forward
keep learning.
and make your own path.
Peace.